Welcome back everyone to episode 13 of Let's Play Rule the Waves as Germany, and here we are, the recipient of a surprise attack by the Japanese. No idea how this is going to work out. This is the first time I've actually been engaged in a surprise attack where I wasn't the Japanese, so we'll go ahead and roll camera and see how things turn out. I'm not too worried. I mean, hey, if they sink one of my old Gefyong class ships, well, nobody will really miss them too much. We'll just replace them with some Thetis class, if I have that correct. Yeah, we're going to start spotting new ships, and they're going to make their torpedo runs. I'm assuming that these guys have torpedoes, and we're about to get clobbered. Hopefully they didn't make the mistake of actually launching all their torpedoes at the same person. That would be wonderful. I'm not sure we'll be so lucky. Well, looks like we only got one hit. I'm comfortable with one hit. So we are only dealing with 3 ships to begin with, and if they can't even sink one, we're going to have the Niobe since it's been totally hit. I should be a little more careful perhaps about my torpedo damaged ships. We're just going to leave this guy totally still. Leave him totally in port, not doing anything. And I'm not sure when we're allowed to start moving. Obviously not yet because my ships are not moving yet. Okay, we're still not moving. It looks like we are creeping a little bit though, right? You can see us moving a little bit. Oh, there's battleships in the area too, so yeah. We're going to be very careful about just running right into Singwa port. No point in fighting anybody here. Interesting to note that this is where they're coming from, so no, not a surprise. We don't really even have that many torpedoes on these guys, do we? Niobe has raised steam. Okay, so that means ready to put to sea. Alright, so we do get a nice little reminder of when these guys are ready to actually start moving. I'm going to keep this off, and we don't need division names either. Okay, there they are. We have wakes, so we're ready to go. Niobe does not look like she's going to make it. Yeah, so we decided to put her to 0. We're just going to leave her. She's going to sink quietly in the Singwa port. But that's fine. We'll be able to recover most of the survivors, I would say. It's a bit of a loss, but that's okay. Good news is we shouldn't lose too many sailors, despite the torpedo impact. Even the lifeboats will be able to just ferry themselves safely into port. So let's get the Leipzig and all those guys to actually enter port, though. I'm not sure how this works, if we're able to... how we're able to do this, but as soon as we are able to actually start moving here, which it looks like they're finally doing... and we have a lot of battleships and stuff reports out. There's no reason why we were going to go over there. In fact, we'll probably just turn around and head this way. What we could do is try to lure them into a mine. That would be a bit tactical, but I'm more than happy to just forget this battle even occurred. Take the small damage that we already are going to take. Just be okay with it. Why is our Leipzig? It must have been slower to actually get going. Oh, it looks like they might actually be coming to finish off. If it's a destroyer, we'll take a swing at it. Oh my gosh, that's more than a destroyer. Okay, so near miss, we have light ships firing. Wow, well this is not going to go well for us. But that's okay, these are our old ships. That is supposedly a heavy cruiser. We're totally boned. We're getting just pummeled right now. We're probably maybe even still facing a surprise penalty. We just need to get going. Oh, this is actually smart, just launching a torpedo like blindly. We're bound to hit something, right? No. Magically, somehow... oh, look. They're Chiyoda class. Something it looks like we can. Let's quickly take a look at our gun data. So I've been looking at a little about this off camera. I mean, people were explaining to me that this is side and this is deck. That's very good. My question was actually more, what percentage chance of hitting does this actually represent? I mean, penetration. So if you hit... at 5,000 feet, or 5,000 yards, it supposedly signifies that you'll penetrate up to 5.7 inches of armor. For a 6-inch gun, that just seems insane. That means our 6-inch guns are going to destroy everything except for battleships at very close quarters. So I was a little surprised, and I was wondering if that doesn't always happen that way, because we should pay a little more attention to the ones which have stars. A little asterisk at the end of the hit means the shot actually penetrated. So we can see near miss doesn't penetrate. We'll go after these guys though. Okay, the Niobe's just sinking. So here we go. Star here means that this actually hit. It actually penetrated, our belt extended, but it hit our engine, so the coal bunker saved us. A near miss, didn't do anything, and we got a hit. We, of course, don't ever know if our shots are penetrating. So let's just go for it. Okay, we had 2 penetrations here. What I'm saying is, I guess it is true because their 4-inch guns are penetrating us right now. Wow, this guy just does not care. Headed right at us. Good God. So top turret hit, but did not penetrate, so no star. So I can pay a little more attention to these kind of things. We're not going to be looking too much at the wind. It is calm anyways, so that's fine. I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to try to get a kill, if we're going to get a kill at all. This looks like a heavier ship, 5100. This one has a lot of torpedoes. We'll try to avoid that one. We'll stick with this one, which has the 2 submerged tubes, but lighter armor. This has 3-inch belt, yeah. Well, I mean, according to our gun data here, it doesn't seem like we're never going to be further than 8,000 yards away. If we look at our torpedo range, I don't know if we have an estimation. Oh yeah, our torpedo range is 9,000 at 26 and 4,000 at 33. I wonder what this marker is, the short range or long range. We can quickly figure that out by seeing that this is 1,000 yards. So probably 2,000 is here, and 3,000 is here, and the one that is, so this is like 3,500, so that would be, I guess that's our 4,000. My math was a little bit off. So that's the short range torpedo range. It's interesting to know that you can actually fire torpedoes beyond this circle, at least according to our little yardage here. All right, so we'll just continue going. We apparently launched a torpedo. Oh, at this guy? Yeah, well, nobody cares about the Niobe. It's just going to sink. All right, now we're starting to get a few hits. Now, we don't know if we're penetrating or not, but hey, if we are, we know that we're doing some serious damage. And heck, we should be penetrating at almost point-blank range with our 6-inch guns, which have penetrations of, we just saw, like 5.7 inches. And they only have 2 inches of belt, so we should just be really wrecking these guys. Again, just looking at the gun data. So I want to try to design better ships. And I feel like one of the ways we can design better ships is by incorporating better armored configurations. It almost seems like, oh, Niobe's Flaming Smoke, that's actually nice. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I don't know what you're doing, you're sinking, but if you can do anything at all, then that's fine. It's more than I would expect. But what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't seem like armor does as much as I thought, because unless you're at distance, it's really, everything penetrates. My 6-inch guns can penetrate heavy cruiser armor at this range, so. Alright, good. We got 3 hits, supposedly, on this guy. We'll follow him. He's medium damage. If we can steal one ship away from this, we'll be very happy with that. Now, this is their torpedo light cruiser, so we should be a little bit careful about running into him, her. 3 6-inch guns, not so bad. 2 3-inch, so not bad. Again, their 3-inch guns probably penetrate our light cruiser armor at this range. So maybe they're still working on, no, it looks like according to their black lines, which is their firing solution or firing target, they're not focusing on the Niobe anymore, so they've wisened up to the fact that she's sinking. That's fine. It doesn't look like we're going to have any help from our installations, our gun installations, if we continue this way. It would be kind of nice to drag them back out over here, although what gun, this is what? Well, this is a 6-inch gun. Yeah, we could really take advantage of that. It'd be nice to know who you're targeting. You only have a... Is that their vision range? Yeah, vision is very poor. Okay, that's our torpedo range, so my apologies. So this is certainly the 9,000. So the 4,000 is about our sight range, which I guess right now is 3,000. Okay, so that's good. We figured that out. I'm sure that people were ready to post in the comments about my ignorance. We figured it out first, so that's good. The 3,000, which I had measured, which I thought was 3,000, I shorted it a little bit, in fact, but happens to be just our sight range. So let's head back over to this installation and use our own turret as coverage. These guys can't stay in here. There's nowhere they can go. So if we're able to fight them off for a little bit, especially with the help of 4 extra 6-inch guns, we'll be happy to come back in here and try to finish off any of the other ships. They won't be able to escape through here. I mean, our sight range is as wide as the port entrance, so should be fine. Okay, we got getting lots of hits though. I'm liking this. Our gun crew training, I think, is really paying dividends here. Oh, well, there goes the Lipzeg. That's pretty impressive that they hit us with a torpedo despite we've been really zigging and zagging, you know. So the Lipzeg should probably decrease speed all the way. I need to be a little more cautious about trying to save my torpedoed ships. Is this guy? If this guy doesn't have a chance in hell, let's be honest. Flooding a 300, and he already has what? How much? Well, he has 2,000 to spare, so I guess he has like 8 minutes before he's just gonna sink. But for now, let's see if we can't detach the Gefyon. Oh! Well, that's really sad. Flash fire, huh? And I'm sure that's very disheartening for my poor Gefyon here, who sees this, her sister ship. One of her sister ships is still sinking from an early torpedo. The next one blew up from a hit to the turret that just ignited the ship. And now you're the lone survivor. Well, we know what you need to do. You need to get to this installation ASAP. In fact, it looks like you're just going to be rammed. Oh, they turned. Okay, good. We're doing good damage, man. It's a little unfortunate. Have we launched? Okay, so we don't have a starboard side. It's been destroyed, and our port side is reloading. So no torpedoes to worry about. Let's just get you over here as quickly as possible. We are still hitting, but probably not. See, this is what I'm saying. Okay, this one, I don't know what the pound means, but yeah, that is interesting. So they penetrated our belt extended. No surprise there. I don't think we have belt extended armor. Oh, it's my Niobe. Okay, so this is, I don't know what this means, but it doesn't matter because the Niobe is an irrelevant ship. We're going to pull in sight of our installation here and kind of hopefully use that as defense. Ignoring Niobe because who cares. Getting more hits, that's fantastic if it's actually true. Wow, actually I think we have done a good deal of damage to that ship. So we're just going to tinker around our installation over here. Let's see, let's go down to 20 just so it's not exactly max. And we'll just cover our installation here. So our installation covers us, we cover our installation, and that's it. We'll take all the damage that anybody else wants to inflict. And it looks like we can actually make runs in between the two installations. So we can maybe lure a ship at us. If they actually come at us, we can try to run them through the gauntlet of not just the installations, but this little minefield here. Okay, so there we go. We sighted a ship. Let's try to draw them in. They are being... No, that looks like they're leaving. But if we can lure them into that minefield, that's equally as good. Okay, let's do some continuous running here. Whoa, Nelly! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of ships. And there are a lot of ships firing at us, too. So the installation does have them in range, so she should be firing. She's not. Doesn't give us any kind of firing solution from her. Alright, coastal battery opens fire on unknown ship. Okay, that's probably not even this coastal battery. We're starting to fire. I mean, this is jeez. Alright, we gotta go squad max. I don't even know what the damage is to this ship. Just slight structure, slight flotation. Obviously, we took some kind of hit to our engine. Which, I mean, I could easily just see the log entries that probably somewhere here. No, it doesn't say anything exactly about that. Just maybe the submerged torpedo flat hit. I bet that destroying on the starboard side gave us a little bit of a slower speed. I mean, that would make sense in real life, at least. So it looks like this guy is being targeted. Let's go ahead and shift our focus over to this guy because we can hopefully get somebody to run into that minefield. Come on, a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh my gosh, you're so close. Oh, it's so close. Okay, we're now at least firing and we lost him. Oh well. Okay, so let's continue. Very unproductive, unfortunately. Just... It's what you'd expect from a surprise attack, right? That you would just get obliterated. And we see that truly did happen. I need to change my... oh my gosh. So we got one with the minefield. That's awesome. We'll finish her off. So thank God we got something, right? It's not much, but that's an honor. If they bring in a ship to rescue the survivors, maybe we can get lucky there. No, this is very hopeful. Okay, well, let's speed up a little bit. I think that this is over, yeah. And I didn't want to spend too much time on this one anyways. We did a fair amount of damage, to be honest. No, they didn't really credit us with doing a fair amount of damage, though. They gave them a lot of points. Come on, how many points were these ships worth? These crappy light cruisers are worth 16,000? Are you kidding me? Well, okay then. If you say so, game. I mean, I'm not going to argue. You are the one who calculates the points, but it's a little upsetting. They did lose oh, we did attack a submarine at the very beginning, that's true. So I guess that doesn't count as points, though. I don't think any other submarines appear here. No. Oh, it does. As a 500-point ship. Okay, well, fine. So interesting. A surprise attack. It was an interesting event. I'm not even going to bother looking. They just are going to start off with a huge loss, and we take a prestige hit, and everything is poor. But I think at this point, what we're going to do is resize this window, because obviously it's not the correct size. Even though this video has almost gone long enough that we can end it. But how are we going to retaliate? How are we going to recover from this pretty devastating attack? I think what we do is just send all of our battleships over there. A big middle finger to the Japanese. Hopefully just destroy them, utterly destroy them. What do they even have? What are we up against here? Okay, they do have one dreadnought and one more coming, and 3 normal battleships. 7 heavy cruisers. That's going to be a lot of fun for our battleships. Unfortunately, that means a lot of the cruiser engagements are going to be not in our favor. Yeah, we have a lot of... I didn't organize this window yet. You can see it doesn't look that good. We've got to do stuff like this. That's fine. Good enough for now. So the important thing is, where are my ships? Everyone's in Northern Europe, of course. That makes sense. Thank God it wasn't the Prussian that was destroyed in the attack which sent us to war, because that's the one who won our little game, so they have pretty elite status. I don't know why the Weissenberg has elite status, but okay, but we do have plenty of ships, so let's just send a whole bunch of them over and see if we can get ourselves into a bit of a tumble with the Japanese Navy. You're on foreign stations, but can we actually move you to Northeast Asia? We want you over there. And I think we only have exactly the number of light cruisers we need. I think basically we pull out everything but one. Oh, we already have one of these in Southeast Asia. I think we move over 2 more. Actually, let's just get the whole shebang. The whole group of ships that we're going to want. Okay, so the only thing we have to be careful about is them blockading us. But I imagine most of their fleet's going to stay over here. Yeah, this is the majority of their fleet, of course. Maybe a few down here. You wouldn't mind showing me? There. Just a heavy cruiser. Yeah, let's just send basically everyone. Fire everything. We'll leave 2 of the quote-unquote good ships. We'll take the elites. Oh, the Vorth is also good, so maybe we'll leave her. She is the namesake of the class as well, so a little embarrassing to have her sink. Okay, I'm okay with this. I can't wait to test out our L-size classes, even though they are the ones with the slight hiccup as far as getting tertiary guns. I think that's going to work really well against the Japanese fleet. That's the best people to test them out with. Oh, whoops. Dang it, it's So let's sort by this again. Get all those guys. Okay, elite, elite. We want that one already going, and now we want the Thetis classes. We'll take all but one. Oh, so yeah, it's now being a little silly. We'll take all the Gefyon classes as well. Why not? Actually, we'll just take the elite one. Leave some of the other ones, which means we'll take the other Thetis class as well. Get all those to see some action. The Gefyon are really our defensive force now, so... Okay, now, we have these new destroyers, so why not let them see a little bit of action as well? I mean, a lot of action. Destroyers are really starting to become important now. Now, we also want to make sure we have enough... We don't have minesweepers anywhere, so we're going to take, yeah, a massive complement of minesweepers over with us. Because we want to distribute some around the world anyway, but I'll take this many, just so we don't get hit by mines too often. So basically the entire German Navy is sailing out from Northern Europe with marching orders for Japan homeland. I'm excited, very excited. I think we'll stop in Southeast Asia first, gather our wits, kind of separate into an actual task force of attack groups, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so get ready for, probably I'll skip the next few battles since we won't be engaged in any huge fight. Oh yeah, of course I want to actually get, should have plenty of these ships available. How many? This is 14, we need 15, so let's go 17? Yeah, let's go 18. Interesting, we have some which are elite status. I didn't grab any particular combination of these, but a lot of our ships are looking in very good status. Good and elite, man. We are all bordered on fantastic crew, which is very good. That's a very good sign. Okay, good. So, next turn. Very good. We know that this is going to happen. Our people are just going to have to suffer a bit of unfortunate rating. Okay, so this is where we're going to start declining a few battles. I know it's not good, but we're just going to get wrecked if we try to fight any of these. Although this is a convoy attack. Let's do it. I think my goal here is get in, sink a few ships, get out. Oh, the Freundlob, the return, the reincarnation. If you don't remember, the Freundlob, as I remember, was the ship that could not hit the broadside of a destroyer, despite being in very close quarters, and got herself sunk by a torpedo when she was right on top of a destroyer. That was, you know, many episodes ago. So let's try to see if this version, the ghost of the original Freundlob, has any better luck with her targeting. Hopefully, because we didn't have the crew training up at that point. Okay, let's keep going until we can actually control the ship. No such luck. Still waiting to get any of this controllable. Still waiting. There we go. Unknown ship sighted. Okay, squad max. We could get lucky and actually do a fair bit of damage here. Remember, our goal is just to sink 2, but I think the more we sink, the less victory points we give them. So let's try to sink about 4 and then get out, if possible. We should be more than a match. This is my new updated. So these guys are really steaming along. Max speed of 25. Not as fast as I remember, in fact, but 25, good top speed. See a few of their destroyers. There's the... Probably over here then is the actual... Yeah, where are they? Japanese port right there. Okay, we gotta be a little bit careful about torpedoes here. Is this actually a heavy cruiser? It is. The Osama class. Okay, so what are we up against here? A ship that we just don't have any chance of defeating. Fine. The wind is dead calm, so absolutely no wind. We're not going to worry about wind at all. Thanks again, Mr. Mangini, pointing that stuff out to me. I have a feeling that they are... Oh, yeah, they are leading us towards the ship, so, okay. We'll see if we can get lucky with any of the hits on this destroyer. So far, no. Fire range is not until out there, so we should be okay. Captain mode would be useful here to actually hold our torpedo fire to launch them into like this huge array of transport ships. The good news is it shouldn't be very difficult for us to sink a bunch of these. A few hits and it's a game over for them. Our 6-inch shells are just going to make very short work of them. Okay, now would be a good time to start landing some hits. You're not doing anything. The Osama's come at you. We need to use her own ships against her. Okay. Unfortunately, she's... This is bad. Okay, good. Now we turn towards. The question is, who should we be attempting to fire at here? If we work on their destroyers, we can very quickly gain control of this because we're going to be faster than this ship. If we work on the transport ships, we can just hit and get out. I think that's going to be the better decision, so we're going to switch our firing focus. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that we've wrecked that ship, let's go back to the destroyer because this range is disconcerting. And we're going to do a lot of dodging here because torpedoes are not our friends. Okay, that's good. We actually are launching torpedoes. Looks like that is going to hit. Did hit. No, somehow went through the hull of 2 of their ships. That's fine. Okay, that one looks like it's sinking. Let's move on immediately to the next group of transports. No, it's not. We landed, come on, like 4 hits. At this range, I mean, they don't have armor. It clearly penetrates. Maybe over-penetrates. Fine. Well, we'll work on it a little bit more just to make sure it's absolutely dead. There. Come on, 2 more hits. That's enough. Let's get these transport ships and go home. Gotta know our role here. 2 more. Okay, we're focusing on the next one. That's good. Okay, that's plenty. Get the last one. Sama class is... We're hiding kind of behind the smokestack and the other ships, so they're not going to get a good firing solution on us. That's 3 ships. Now here's the big question. Do we try to go back for more? We have sunk, I think, 4 transport ships by my guess. And a destroyer. We've taken, like, no damage ourselves. We're just in... It's kind of the perfect world. I'm going to call it quits here. I think that's just the perfect little turn that we... Wow. Don't need to get ourselves involved with any of this mess. Just kind of would like to lure a destroyer back towards me because that would be the ideal, to finish off 1 more destroyer. Or even to help out with this light cruiser. I just don't want to get involved with the Osama class, and it might be suicidal for us to stick around, so good. We are firing at that light cruiser, and I think that's the right decision. Let's just see if we can one-on-one this light... Whoa. We got a Fuji class coming in. Now's about the time we make ourselves very scarce and disappear. Gonna make like a tree and leaf. Fantastic. So we sank 2. We know we sank 2. We know this one's sinking as well. It says medium damage, but I hope that's not true. Well, we're willing to trade a few hits with the Chiyoda class. We're launching torpedoes at a terrible angle, but that's fine. We're not like we're going to need them anyway. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get out of here. Yep, we sank it. Fantastic. We're just going to make all speed away from the Fuji. Good news is she won't be able to bring a broadside against us, and we are going to outrun her in the end. So as soon as we get a fair distance away... Good, now it's only the Osama pursuing. And pretty soon the Osama will call off. Okay, we'll scroll our speed down to like 21. Just to stay safe. And that's it. That'll bring our episode to a close. So, pretty successful. We got in, got out without... I don't think we took any damage, right? Very little damage. Not much. So work our way back down. Perfect. Minor victory. I mean, not really worth too much. We sank a destroyer, which is the only thing that really matters on the strategic map. We sank 4 transport ships, too. That's pretty good. Okay, so this was basically just an episode all about surprise attacks and transport raiding. But overall, I would say that despite the fact that we're losing the war right now, it wasn't totally unsuccessful. Whoops. I wasn't expecting, essentially, to win the surprise attack. That's the whole point, right? That they're supposed to have the advantage. So, So good. Look forward to the next episode where hopefully we'll get into the grill of the Japanese Navy with our own heavy forces and expect some kind of fleet fights. I might jump ahead a few turns to see what kind of fights will be. Oh man, that's a bummer. Hull savings is nice. So I might try to jump forward a few. I might do a few of these battles off camera because these are going to be minor and I think we'll mostly run away. So, stay tuned for the next episode where I will either be in one of these cruiser battles where if things get exciting, or we'll be a few turns in the future where hopefully my battle fleet is ready to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.